welcome to the weekly Romcast. I am OddSmith311, joined with my fellow crew members Felix and Loom.
Yo.
And Evil Penguin Gaming.
Sup?
Gentlemen, it's good to have you on as always. Good to be here to talk about some BananaROMa shtick. Before we go too deep into it, though, I want to remind everybody you can find us at every corner of the interwebs. You can hook up with us on Facebook at BananaROMa Television. You can find us at Twitter at BananaROMa_TV. You can find us on YouTube. That's a little more complicated. I suggest search for Control Freaks. We're usually one of the first options at the top. Give us a subscribe for past streams and videos and other content we've done. And don't forget, most important of all, to check out the website, where you can find a link to our Discord channel. Come join us on there. We can get merchandise. We got all kinds of good stuff. If you're wondering what we got, check out my Periscope stream from the last week on Twitter for Insomniac Hours. I go over some of that stuff. And all of our personal and BTV related projects are on there as well. And last but not least, swing by Patreon. Become a Patreon to support BananaROMa. All the money goes right back in the channel, and we appreciate everybody's help.
And we have a new perk. If you subscribe to Patreon, you'll get instant access to our Unturned server.
Yay!
Maybe not instant, but 1 to 2 business days.
Instant in our time, and we're all me and Felix are procrastinators, so quote unquote instant. But hopefully, by the hand of Zeus and Odin and all creation, if nothing goes wrong this Friday night, we will finally stream Unturned.
Yes.
We got on it.
Preparing.
Yes. We got on and tested it 2 weeks ago, and stupid me, I picked up a midnight shift this Friday, so we just didn't have the time to mess with it. So hopefully, starting next week, we will be doing Unturned again. So come join us for that. That is so much fun.
You should have had Glenn cover for you.
I know, but he's so lazy.
He is.
You know,
he had other stuff to do.
Yeah, his mother's funeral.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on, man, really? What kind of shit is
that's
that?
Important.
That guy.
And this is BananaROMa. It's the most controversial channel on Twitch. Mother's funeral. Bah. You can go to one of those anytime.
People die all the time.
I mean, the grave is always going to be there if you want to say goodbye. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, next will be one time off for his kid's birth and all that crazy shit, you know. And it's like, come on. So we got cameras.
Get real.
But enough of Glenn and his sorry ass. Another great week in BananaROMa programming. A fun week. A few extra little technical difficulties, but hey, that stuff's going to happen. Actually, right out the bat, I think on Monday we had a little snafu with the Mother 3 playthrough, correct? The playback.
Speaking of Glenn.
Yeah, God. No.
Felix and I both have something to blame. Glenn and Craig. You blame Glenn, I'll blame Craig.
Don't even get me started on Craig and his chemotherapy. No, okay, never mind. That's too far. Too far. Sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, so the Mother 3 will air as scheduled. I mean, as expected next week instead. Same
tomorrow.
Bad time, same bad place. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4. And there's a monkey in this one. It's worth watching.
And speaking of bad time and bad channel, next up on the list is Arkham Asylum. This week was one of my favorite parts of the game. The part leading up to the Croc's Lair playthrough. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Mike. I know Dave's seen me do it a few times. I mean, I don't know. I've done it so many times now. It's really kind of lost its. It used to be really freaky. It is still a freaky part. I know it's a weird word for a Batman game, but
is that when you're in the sewer?
Yeah. And Killer Croc, if you make too much noise, he comes. It's a crazy part. So that was this week, and that was one of my favorite parts of the game. Period. And then Control Freaks, I believe, was the continuation of Banjo-Kazooie? Or Crash Bandicoot. My bad.
You're thinking way too far ahead, brother.
Even as I was saying it, I'm like, this doesn't sound right.
I swear to God, you call it Banjo-Kazooie twice in this week's episode.
I don't know why I get them mixed up.
No, I wrote hashtag Banjo-Kazooie as like.
Oh yeah.
Like the description. That's probably why you did it. I trolled you, man. You like Banjo-Kazooie?
Wouldn't be the first time.
I think it's hilarious.
So that playthrough once again, we talked about that. It's been pretty fun.
It was a good time.
I am gonna buy that on PlayStation. I'm just not gonna buy it right now because I just spent $90 on WWE 2K19. You know.
Hype.
What was Lego time this week? Was that still Jurassic
Lego time
World?
this week? No, that it began your Marvel superheroes.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking that's starting next week. Okay.
You had the first 4 levels of Marvel superheroes, and the 5th level, again, probably Craig's fault. The 5th level didn't air properly, so the 5th level, there will be 6 levels next week.
Okay.
The 5th level.
Starting a little earlier, or is it going a little later?
No, it's starting a little earlier.
Okay.
So instead of
The same goes with Kingdom Hearts next week. Because I'm telling you, somebody's going to be fired.
I'm saying, man.
That's 3 videos that didn't air this week. And it's one for each of us.
It's almost like it's a conspiracy, man.
It is a conspiracy. So, but on this week's episode of Kingdom Hearts, we did Olympus Coliseum and revisited Traverse Town for the first time.
Is there a bunch of new stuff you get when you go there?
It's where you fight the... I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the... I almost said Lost Number, and I know that's not right.
No, you're thinking Final Fantasy VII, right?
Exactly. Now I'm thinking too far ahead.
Get in the game, man. Get in the game.
Oh.
Did you see I picked...
Well, yeah, we had
we picked a
revisit.
character for Todd. Sorry. I was like...
Oh, yeah, I found out about that earlier.
I told him, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII stuff. You'll see.
That's gonna be fun.
That's going to be next season. We're thinking really far ahead,
Yeah.
everybody. Content for our loyal viewers.
Amen.
We'll be here.
That's the name of the game. Speaking of games,
Ugh.
Felix, how was your It's Midnight with Felix this week?
It was pretty good. I learned some things about myself.
That's good
Please
to hear,
elaborate.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I've been obsessing over Dwarf Fortress, so I played that for a while, and that's good, but I can't even get into that. That's a whole can of worms. We'll talk about Final Fantasy IX. This game and me, okay? I've mentioned this in previous episodes. I cannot help but do everything. Every side quest has to be done, and I'm trying to do this on stream, okay? And it's just terrible because I'm like, hey, we're gonna go to Treno this week and progress the story. No, I spend an hour searching for chocographs, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. And I'm just not built for that. It was nice nice though. Someone came in the chat and hung out, and they enlightened me. So there's this mini game that you have to do to get treasure, basically, and it's a hot or cold game where you're riding on a chocobo, and you have a minute to search around for every session. Okay. You can turn the game on super speed, and it's just like cheating because the timer doesn't go any faster, but your character goes faster. And I didn't know that. So someone in chat said he's like, turn on super speed, bro. And that just changed everything. I mean, I spent an hour grinding. I probably would have spent like 3 hours grinding.
Oh man.
Yeah, because the timer does not go any faster, but the game literally, I guess, it goes 3 times as fast.
And that's just something right in the game. That's not like a cheat or anything.
It's in the PS4 version.
Okay.
So there's a couple of quote unquote enhancements in this version where
it's the same ones as Final Fantasy VII.
You can speed up the game. You can put no random encounters on. You can give yourself like infinite health in battle.
That's real nice on Final Fantasy VII because it's infinite health and infinite limits.
Oh wow!
So you learn your limit breaks like super fast.
That's crazy. I mean, after you've played the game so many times, you really don't mind a little bit.
Right,
of a
and
saver.
like I've played Final Fantasy. I've probably beaten Final Fantasy VII probably a dozen times. So.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounds like you 100% it like every time.
I try to.
See. Oh, and we did start something new. Okay, so I had to stop. I said I want to finish Final Fantasy IX, but I got to do this on my own time. So I started Undertale. Nintendo Switch Online came out this week. They released a bunch of games. One of them is Undertale. Undertale, for those who don't know, is an independently developed game by a guy named Toby Fox. Before he made this game, he was doing Earthbound ROM hacks. So this game feels like heavily inspired by Earthbound. I mean, there's direct references to it all over the place. There's fan theories that like the main character or one of the main characters in Undertale is actually Ness, but dead.
Oh.
And he looks like him. And there's a guy named Papyrus, and he looks like he has a Starman insignia like on his chest. It's like I don't know.
It's one of the most classic parts from Earthbound to me, or recognizable images is the Starman.
Yeah, definitely. It's iconic. So I don't know. I started Undertale. It's a game I've been meaning to play through. I just haven't. So now I'm going to be dedicated to it. And I'm not going to get distracted by grinding in this game. It's not that kind of game.
Oh, it's more just like a straight up, like, here's a story.
It seems, it's been pretty, I don't know if straightforward is the word. Yeah.
Maybe more linear. Just, I guess it's the same thing.
There's always stuff going on. Every screen has something to offer, and I haven't had to, like, backtrack or do any grinding or anything. It's fun. I guess one of the interesting aspects of this game, or one of the things you'll hear about it, is that you can go through the game without killing or fighting any of the monsters. I mean, you get into battles, but you don't ever have to use the fight command to finish the game.
Interesting. That's definitely not something I've heard in an RPG before, or a game of that nature.
So I've been trying to do that. I don't know if it's gonna get like extremely difficult at some point, but that's kind of how I've been playing through the game. Instead, you gotta like interact with them and try different things. So like if you could basically get them to like not want to fight you, and then you can choose the option to spare them, and the battle will end.
Interesting.
It gets real weird with some of the boss battles though, because you're like, I don't know, having a conversation with them basically.
While they're trying to kill you, or are you?
So you'll do your move, and then they'll attack you, and the way you the attacking goes in this game is you have this little heart icon that's like you have control of it, and you have to avoid. Sorry about that. You have to avoid whatever like projectiles the monster's throwing at you. I don't know, it's pretty crazy. I played it for 3 hours the other day. You should go check it out if you're interested. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's got a good soundtrack, and it's interesting.
And we have those streams in the archives, and you can see Felix continue that on Tuesday and Thursdays at midnight. Hence the name. Yo, it's midnight with Felix.
It's midnight. I did start a little earlier that day, so it'll be around midnight. This one's called Yo, It's Midnight Somewhere.
Nice.
So that was a good
I did
time.
wonder about that name change.
Because I started at 9. I was like,
Close enough.
Just having fun with it. Yeah, so go check that out. I'm definitely going to be finishing that game up over the next couple weeks.
Well. I saw you play that. Believe it or not, I did see a little bit of the Undertale, but I had absolutely no, context for it. I had heard of the game. I think I probably heard of you talk about it before.
Right. Yeah, last week Mike was like, I don't know anything about that game, and I was like, oh, that's great. And I didn't tell him anything.
Figure it out, bitch.
Well, I told you today. So.
Saving it for the big reveal.
Yeah, that's about it, though. That was my week on Yo, It's Midnight.
Well, I tell you, man, I didn't have a very long show this week because I was kind of positioning myself for next week. But this week I pretty much continued God of War 3 and continued on with the story, going through Hera's Garden. That was a big part of what I did. Then just it's getting closer to the end of the story, but I'm trying to think of what. It seemed like I killed another god too, but I can't. It's kind of getting past that part where I had to go through the labyrinth. That's what it was. Which it really wasn't. It really wasn't a labyrinth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a big maze. It was just like a really cool room that you had to keep moving the room to different angles and stuff to solve puzzles, and it's typical God of War fare, you know.
That's sweet.
So it was a shorter episode. It was only a couple hours this week, but this, you know, I didn't want to go too far because I'm getting pretty close to the end of the game. So it was I mean, if you like God of War, if you've been keeping track of the playthrough, I definitely, you can check it out in the archives. But it's just continuing the story of God of War 3. So not too much on the front to report this week. It was fun. I always have fun playing God of War, and I was excited to play through this game again because this is only the second time I played through it.
God of War is a game that I don't know if I would like to play it, but I enjoy watching it very much.
I'm probably on that same wavelength.
Well, there's a certain type. I guess we all have these. There's certain types of games like I find myself gravitating toward, like Doom, the Arkham games, the God of War games. What was the other type I was gonna say? Guitar Hero. When I did play that, games that I like games where you're like. I always like the platformers, like the Mario Brothers and stuff. Those are always more my. That's why I say I think it's funny because I really do want to buy Crash Bandicoot and get good at it because I like those games. You know, those are the kind of games I dig.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love RPG. I play RPGs too, but I think
it's funny you say that because since I've been like making a list of possible games to record. When I think of the games I like to play, they're often open-ended or they're like 80-hour RPGs. And it's just such an undertaking to record something like that.
Talk about complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well, it's recording that stuff. I've had that problem, doing the Lego Marvel Superhero, recording the free play, which will be only available for Patreon, giggity. But that's been hard, man. Just because now granted, I could have maybe come up with a more detailed plan on how to approach it. I mean, it's not completely unorganized, but it's just there's so much stuff. I mean, I don't know how many. I know the entire playthrough right now where I'm at is 24 something hours. And I got all the missions done. The only thing I gotta go back, I gotta go through and get like the last like 25 gold bricks and finish all that stuff up, which is probably gonna still be a couple hours, several hours. So it is, man. Recording games like that, it's a lot different. That's why, like, recording Doom and stuff. It's like it's one level at a time, and once you know the levels really well, and they're the kind of games where the enemies are always in the same spot, for the most part. I mean, more or less. So, yeah, it's a completely different type of recording. I mean, it's when you start having to get in those big open-ended games like that, I think it takes so much more, like, pre-planning. Just say, okay, we talked about it before amongst ourselves. Do you record the grinding? Yep. Stuff like that.
I'm really. You go ahead, Dave, and then I have something really funny to say.
Okay, well, I hope I'm not like. Oh, I was gonna say something that you said to me. You said that for what, Kingdom Hearts? Was it Kingdom Hearts? You sped it up to like 800% or something.
It was actually 8,000%.
That's ridiculous. That's a way to deal with the grind.
Yeah.
That's something we had talked about and weren't sure what to do about it.
Yeah. When I do a couple of games, at least one game next season, I'm just gonna leave the grind completely out.
Okay.
But speaking of the grind, I have not told either one of you this yet. Felix, you might not understand, but Oddsmith, you absolutely will.
Already.
Because this is something you and I have discussed challenging each other on, but I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and do it for our Patreon subscribers. I am currently working through 100%ing Lego Jurassic World.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm actually almost done. All I have left to do is one gold brick in Jurassic World. It's that stupid game. You know which one I'm talking about. In the little arcade.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass. But and all I have left to do is the mini kits and true survivors going through the levels. But I am dedicating myself to recording every second of my journey to 1 trillion studs.
Oh. Yeah,
So
fuck that. Have good
for
luck
our
with that.
Patreon subscribers,
Wow.
for our Patreon subscribers, when I get that all done and that all gets uploaded, you want to talk about seeing the grind. That is going to be the grind.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because even even with all the multipliers turned on at times 3,840, it's still. Whew.
I am currently only at. I think I'm a little over 5 billion.
Is there like like an achievement or anything for that?
Nope.
There isn't Lego Marvel Superheroes. I got it last
Isn't
night.
that a billion?
Or the other night. A billion. Yeah, I thought. Oh, you meant a trillion?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going for 1 trillion.
Wild.
Yeah, that's all you, buddy. I want to see you do that.
I'm working towards it.
They should have they should have a trophy that just says "really."
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have this much time to spend on this game. When you finished it, 100% of it, how long ago?
Lordy, lordy.
Join our Patreon, people.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, man. Some of those games, yeah, that's Patreon's where it's at, man. We're gonna have a lot of new content coming on there. But
A lot of completionist content.
yeah, oh yeah. Some of those games like Jurassic World, Lego. I think Lego Marvel Superhero. they're fun enough games that even after you can just like go screw around in the game and just have a good time. You know what I mean? Just I like to get in. There's a particular vehicle I like to use in the Lego Marvel Superhero. I'll just fly around the city and just blow stuff up. I don't know.
Is it Lola?
No, it's the what is it? It's the very last one, the Cloud Car.
Huh.
I like it because it goes. It's a motorcycle. It goes real. I think it's called the Cloud Cycle. I'm sorry, not car. And it goes real fast because it can also go up in the air and hover and fly around. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Well, the point is, those games, a lot of those games, you could end up doing something like that because it's fun to just get in the game and screw around. And if you're collecting studs the whole time.
Yeah, so I'm figuring out different ways to collect studs.
I don't think that one... Does that one have the gold brick that lets you pick up the ghost studs?
No, it doesn't, actually.
Okay, I know that one's only in a few of them.
But, I mean, I'll have everything... I have everything else in free play done, so there wouldn't be any ghost studs anyway.
Gotcha.
But on to, you guys already talked about, we had a lack of multiplayer gaming this week.
Oh yeah, multiplayer Friday. Okay. Like we said, we're not lying. We're gonna get this going. But we had to test the server out last week, and then this week I had work related problems come up, so we weren't able to do it. So stand by. We promise.
Stand by. We're working it out.
Yeah, we will have Unturned, and we will have our server going, as Felix mentioned earlier on. But
the server is up. We kind of need to figure out exactly. I don't know what kind of
logistics.
Yeah.
Just logistics. That's the easiest. The umbrella term.
True.
Stuff.
Things.
Many things. We do know enough to get it going, so we'll have that in the near future. We did have an excellent episode of TGW Turnbuckle Talk this week.
Yes, we did.
Going back and re-listening to it, I'm like, man, this is a fun conversation. This was a...
Yeah, our topic this week was the death of kayfabe. Now, for anybody who's not a wrestling fan, the meaning of kayfabe is basically your suspension of disbelief when it comes to professional wrestling. You know, you want to believe that the babyface and the heel, the good guy and the bad guy, actually hate each other. But then when you see them playing video games together on YouTube, it kind of destroys that. But it's all part of the episode.
It's an interesting conversation. I mean, it's just a conversation from two fans who have just been... Wrestling has been part of our lives for most of it. And it's how we're old enough at this point to have seen... We weren't around the 70s when it was like 100% like, you know, people were getting... Jim Cornette and them getting shot and shit because people hated their guts. Not stuff like that. Yeah. But it was still pretty... quote-unquote real in a lot of sense. And we've seen it over our lifetimes evolve and change just because of circumstances with technology and all kinds of other things. If you listen to that episode, even if you're not a huge wrestling fan, it's just a breakdown of the differences between then and now, being a fan and, you know, interacting with the wrestlers and stuff. Probably one of our best to date.
That episode's for all those people who use that F word about wrestling.
Yes, the dreaded fake word.
Yeah.
Kayfabe. Which I think, I don't know this for 100%, but I think kayfabe, it's almost like, it's carny speak, it's almost like pig Latin. Like, I think it is like fake, afabe, akefabe, I don't know how would you say that in pig Latin? Akefabe?
Yeah.
I think it's a similar concept. Kayfabe? I don't know this, mind you. This is a complete guess. Like, that's what it sounds like.
I can see that.
It sounds like it could be a thing.
Yeah. We're making it a fact right now. As of right now, that's real.
You heard it here first, people.
That's a TGW fact. That's gonna be my new hashtag during the season. Hashtag TGW facts, and we're gonna come up with one crazy fact for each episode.
Did you know that Bruno
Okay,
Sammartino?
listen. I'm telling you right now, etymology or Wiktionary is backing you up. It says the origin is unknown, but attributed to U.S. carnival slang, usually as a purposefully obscure variant of be fake.
Be fair. Okay, there you go. Okay.
Aha!
Yeah, it says like mangled pig Latin, something, you know. It's kind of like.
BananaROMa TV, ladies and gentlemen, the most educational channel on Twitch.
You learned something. First we made it up, and then it was true.
Yeah, I mean, look how smart we are. Just imagine what else we'll make up and it'll be true next week. Oh, God.
So, speaking of TGW content, WWE 2K19 dropping for pre-orders October 5th, when both Oddsmith and I will have it. And there has been a plethora of gameplay videos released this week. I'm still not happy about some of the roster situation. Most notably, not necessarily people that were added, but people that are not in the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, man!
Oh no! Please go ahead.
No, I was just saying I couldn't believe It did not pan out the way I thought it would. Just say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of big gaps in the roster that should be there, like
what?
Tommaso Ciampa, Buddy Murphy. Legends like JBL, Mark Henry, Mick Foley aren't in the game. They've been in like every game.
Why do you think they're not in it?
See, now with Tommaso Ciampa, I think it was because he was actually out for a long time. He was out injured.
Yeah.
And I think they might have thought people just forgot about him. But the past 4 months?
At least.
They main evented the last four takeovers together.
That's why it threw me off, man, because to me, him and Gargano are two of the biggest names in the company right now.
Like Buddy Murphy, I don't understand at all, because he's been in past games, and now he's like this huge name on 205 Live, and they have a ton of 205 Live guys in the game, and he's not there. Same with Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick, I don't care who you are, is a legend.
Yeah.
One of the longest reigning WWE Tag Champions ever. And still going strong on 205 Live to this day, and he's not in the game.
That just blows me away, man. I don't understand it. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Today is September 23rd. The game comes out October 5th. They might be keeping some stuff from us.
I hope so.
We have to wait and find out. But there have been a few gameplay elements that have been introduced that I personally have been waiting for, that I'm so incredibly excited for. Certain match types, certain customization types, certain things we can do in universe mode. So your crazy universe mode is going to be even crazier.
Yes. Oh man, I'm so amped up for that.
I'm so excited. It's going to be such a great game.
I've decided what I'm going to do. Like when you start doing the play your story mode for WWE 2K19, for the first month or so, I'll probably keep streaming my 2K18 universe mode, just so I can have time to get my new one set up and have time for people to actually make characters.
Oh, yeah.
So I can And I can make, there's a few that I'm definitely going to make right out the bat that I made in every single game I've ever had.
Nova and CJ Clay.
Johnny Valentine. My version of Johnny Valentine. JV.
Yeah.
When are we going to see the content from that game?
Well, with it coming out on October 5th, maybe because I'm gonna do the career mode. Probably, let's see, that Tuesday is October 9th. So I'm gonna hope to be able to start recording and uploading career mode really soon after the game comes out. So hopefully, let's see, that's October 16th. That's when Tuesdays is when we do Turnbuckle Talk. So October 17th, I'm going to go on record and say, as long as, well, that capture device, which, by the way, I haven't actually had a chance to actually speak to you. Thank you so incredibly much. Ladies and gentlemen, Felix and Loom is a kind human being.
Well, it was not me. That was BananaROMa money. We earned that.
Yes. That's that. You know what? That's the patrons.
It is. No, it literally it was.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
that was
yes.
Patreon. That was our Patreon supporters who got that.
Shout out.
Getting me a capture device, so I can record WWE 2K19 with the capture device instead of streaming it directly from the PS4. So the music will actually be in the game without me having to go through and edit it.
Oh, I forgot that was an issue.
That was the biggest reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason.
So look forward to that.
Yeah. So I should be able to start. I'll have career mode up on October 17th. Will be the first episode.
That's awesome. So what we should do is thank our Patreons. See, the money is going to make the channel even better.
Our patrons and our subscribers.
Right.
We don't get we get a little bit from that. I mean, every little bit helps.
It does.
We appreciate you so much.
Subscriptions are half off right now, by the way.
Wink,
nudge,
wink.
Nudge, wink, wink.
Well, hey, and like we said in the past couple weeks, as we get closer to the end of the season, because that's when the next TGW season will kick off, is at the end of the BTV season, and we'll have more information. We'll probably have an episode of either the podcast or the Romcast to talk about that stuff, at least a good chunk of it, because we got so much stuff in store. And with the game actually starting to come out, we can actually, once we know we have the rosters in place, we can actually start writing the TV and it's a lot of stuff, man. We got 3 different shows we're going to be doing this year. A little different of a...
It'll be awesome.
It'll be fun.
If you haven't seen TGW, you need to check it out. It's an awesome show that these two put together.
And this coming from a non-wrestling fan.
It's just a high-quality show.
We got those all over the Twitch Vodcast channel, the Twitch channel, our normal Twitch channel, I should say, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page for TGW even has those. So that was that's gonna be a lot of fun, man. But see, this is what I've been eager to talk about this week after last week, the retro first timer.
Oh, did you watch it?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, no.
I did watch it.
I'll watch it tonight.
I didn't watch the last 4 minutes, but I watched the rest of it.
All right.
Tell us about it, unless you want to. Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, it was much, much, much better than the previous week.
Yeah.
Retro first timer this week, I did Mega Man X. Now, the previous week, I did the original Mega Man, which I have to say again, the video is not there because I had a really, really big problem with dropped frames and such. But now I found my Ethernet cable, and I'm hardwired to the Ethernet cable So this week I had 0 dropped frames, I had 0 choppiness,
Yes.
and the stream went swimmingly. And the game I actually really enjoyed. It's so much fun.
I could tell when I was watching you. It was great.
Did we say what game? What game it was?
Mega Man X.
Mega Man X.
Yeah, it was Mega Man X. I did not beat any bosses, but it's my first time playing the game. So once I get some practice in and figure out some patterns and routines,
But
I'm
you
sure
did get to a boss.
I did get to a boss, yes.
Which is better than how the original Mega Man went.
It was a lot better than how the original Mega Man. I didn't get past like 3-4 screens.
Yeah, I think if you decide to play that game more, you will have a lot of fun with it.
I'm sure I will. Yeah, I'll end up playing it eventually when I'm not streaming, recording so much content for our loyal viewers.
Yes.
I like the part where you fell down a pit, and you're like, oh no, what do I do? And then you figured out you could like do the wall jump thing.
The wall jump, yeah.
Yeah. Because I've played Mega Man X a lot, so it was fun watching you learn to play it. I was like, okay, that is cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man.
I'm glad to hear that it went better this time overall.
Dude, and
next
Chill
week's gonna be interesting.
Chill Penguin is a bitch, by the way. So it's okay.
Yeah, it seemed like it. I didn't see. I need to look over, like, who, like, different gamers, like.
There's a specific way. If you go to GameFAQs.com or wherever, all the bosses have a specific weakness. So I guess you could do it in whatever order you want. You could pick whatever one first, but they all have a weakness.
And that game.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I need to figure out.
Those games, following a specific boss order can really improve the quality of your playthrough. Yeah.
There's a specific boss order.
Because certain weapons do more damage to some enemies, and there's some weapons where you only have to fire them 2 or 3 times, and if the guy, there's certain enemies weak to it, it'll kill him. Versus having to sit there and keep shooting him with your normal cannon or something.
Right. Like Chill Penguin is weak against the fire move. Go figure. That you get from the flame mammoth.
I remember.
So,
yeah. That's
Mega Man X is classic, and the music is great.
Yeah, it is. That's what I like about going into these games blind, man. Because like I don't know what I'm doing, and I learn as I go.
Mm-hmm.
And then like with Pitfall, I found out I was doing it completely wrong.
That's a hell of a game to start off with, by the way. Going for the Atari.
Yeah.
Did Keezy stream this week?
She did, and another one of the weird technical mysteries of the week is she streamed Octopath Traveler for 4 hours, and for some reason the video was never archived. Weird. Like it didn't get. I don't know. I went to highlight it and it wasn't there.
I thought you had said something about that. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks,
I think
man.
Twitch just got high this week.
I think so, man. It sounds like it. Well, okay, it can't be too infrequent because I went to the help section on Twitch, and there was a specific header for my stream didn't show up.
Yeah, it seems like, it feels like as we sit here and talk about all these issues we've had, it was just too many things happening all at once for it to be not that it's impossible for us to screw up, obviously.
Some of it was user error, but I don't think that all of it was.
No, especially the more I'm hearing, it's like, something's going wrong this week.
And part of it's us learning stuff. I mean, that's it too, though. It's all good. It will be better. I mean, Twitch, I know that behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. They're constantly introducing new features. I can just imagine that this is a result. Like whatever,
Right.
the video didn't get saved because of some bug in their system, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, man, they've grown. It's been so fun to watch this service grow and all the things you can do with it now.
It's changed a lot since we started.
Oh yeah, you couldn't do video. You couldn't make videos and stuff like that when we first started. You could highlight, but you couldn't like do premieres and stuff like. I don't think you could like upload videos.
I'm not even sure you could highlight it.
Yeah, now you know what? You're right. I man, that's crazy to think about now.
Mm-hmm.
So we hopefully we'll have more Octopath Traveler from Keezy next
She's planning
week.
to continue it Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, so be there. Hey, it might not get archived, so just be there for the live show.
Yeah, you might only have one chance to see it.
I heard her in the background.
Yeah, she said she's gonna cry if it doesn't work this time.
You know, something I wanted to bring up before we finish up here. I might have a suggestion for a guest streamer.
Okay.
I don't know if it'd be a weird. I've been talking about having my nephew stream Fortnite, but he just, I don't know. He seems kind of like he's not too excited.
Uh-huh.
So I talked to Taylor.
Okay.
She plays Roblox, like as much as she can. Like she will sit on that fucking computer for hours. I mean, dude, just glued. And she plays. She's playing a game where you can go in, you make your character, and she can be a horse and all this other shit. And it's cool. It's, I don't know if you know about Roblox. It's a pretty interesting. I guess you could call it a kids game. Anybody could play it though.
There's a lot of people playing it on Twitch right now.
I was thinking about bringing her on and just. And I told her, I said, you don't even have to talk to the people if you really don't want to. I said, I can help monitor the chat.
Right.
And you can just play your game like you normally do. Yeah, so we might have. That's something I know we haven't really, with everything else going on, I haven't really put too much thought into it. I started thinking about it again this week. It's like, it'd be cool to get a guest streamer in.
Well, I would love to do that. I've been thinking about it for a while. I have someone in mind too. I wanted to ask Johnny, my friend Johnny, to do it.
Johnny D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He's been a supporter for a long time.
Well, I'll ask him. I just wasn't sure if we were ready for that, but hey, let's do it.
You know what? I actually have an idea too, because she can't hear me right now because she's got headphones in. But Kensley B's probably favorite game ever is Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, nice.
So maybe I'll have her come on and guest stream.
True, and if she didn't want to stream live, you could set her up to record it.
Yeah, I absolutely could.
Might be more comfortable.
Yeah, that might be something new for BTV Presents.
Yeah, because I wrote that on my list, but I don't know if that's realistic. That game's kind of difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it played, and I'm like, no.
It's a cool looking game though. It's got good music and a cool art style.
I would say if you can talk her into it, man. I mean, tell her that she don't have to talk. She don't want to. She don't have to.
Right.
You know.
All right. Well.
We'll look at that. Hopefully we'll have
more stuff in store. More variety.
What do we?
Yeah, because especially like Roblox, that'll bring new eyes to the channel and possibly new followers, new subscribers, new patrons.
Same thing.
That's a pretty popular game.
Hell yeah, it is. And Fortnite. That's why I wanted Zach Gaming to get involved too, because he plays that game. He's the same way. He plays it addictively. Like if you try to take him away from it, he reacts like a rabid animal. So.
Now we also want to make sure that we're not just like, yes, come watch our channel. We very, very, very much appreciate every single view that we get.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I mean, we just like to try to come up with as many different different varieties as we can, 'cause none of us play Roblox.
No.
So that's a cool, for people who like to play Roblox. That's a way, And I like to watch her play it because it's interesting. It is. I can see myself sitting down and playing it. I mean, it's like a Minecraft style. Like people build things for it. There's all countless levels you can play, and I mean, there's so much stuff, man. Speaking of variety too, I don't know if I didn't have quite as much non-scheduled streaming this week. I did some stuff Monday. I did it a few times, but I've been working on recording myself, so I haven't been streaming as much. But tomorrow night, I plan on.
I did something. Oh, sorry.
No, you did at least once or twice.
What were you planning for tomorrow, though?
Well, I'm not sure, but I do want to do something later on tomorrow evening. I don't know. I might start a new game of the new God of War game. I haven't played that in 4 months or so. So I don't know. Something.
The only thing I did was Persona 5. We're in like the last the dungeon. We're in the last dungeon of the game.
Yeah, this says Shido's Palace preview.
Yeah, because I call it a preview because, well, I'm gonna be playing through the entire game starting in November. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a nice little teaser.
The audio's a little, yeah, it's a teaser. The audio's a little weird on this one. I think I had the OBS settings weird, but this is another game that I had talked about that you two weren't real familiar with, and I had kind of difficult time explaining it. So this video shows like a lot of the core concepts of the game.
I'll absolutely have to go back and check that out.
Like I said, the audio is a little weird. I think the audio track is on twice, but it's whatever. It's cool. It's not unwatchable. It's like an anime. I mean, really.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to turn on notifications. 'Cause we besides our scheduled stuff, we're going live whenever we have time. We'll get on. We might just get a new game and decide to just stream that for a while. Check it out,
Well, I'm looking at the collection of random live streams from the season, and that video actually has the most views out of any of them.
What does?
Persona?
The Persona 5 video.
Oh, really?
It's a popular game,
Yeah.
man. I want to see when you start playing through it. I'm really eager to watch that whole playthrough because you've told me a lot about it, and I haven't seen a lot of the actual gameplay. But it just, the visual style of it's really interesting. So that'll be really fun to watch. There has to be something
Speaking
to
of
it.
Something pretty visual. You had your afternoon plant watering party. I see here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like to do stuff like that. I'm probably gonna do something like that later this week. I'm gonna put on a slideshow of like promotional images and just play OC Remix. I think I did that for like 40 minutes. Someone actually came in and I talked to him for a while on the chat. We actually got a follower out of it. So I was like, okay.
That's cool.
I think it was a High Lord stuff. I don't know. I feel bad. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if you got it in front of you, Felix. I know sometimes you got that up. High Lord
Getting it
something.
Going right now. Streamlabs. Thank you, Streamlabs. They do deserve a shout out.
Oh yeah, it's great tool.
Let's see. I'll just give a shout out to our followers. We'll just use this as an opportunity to do this. Here's the people who followed in the last week. Thank you. Rafaela Chiarello, Moruge S. Soyo, don't know. Real One Salty Gamer, 557. Valik Vec Osties, Cheese Twerk, Simply Fluffy. Oh, this one, King Honor Legend X.
Yes, that's him. Shout out if you're listening. He came and hung out the whole time. I mean, shout out to everybody,
awesome.
Obviously.
True. Sidewinder. And I'm pretty adamant about following everybody back. So
Yes.
we need followers.
That's a pretty good amount of people this week.
It is.
Yeah. Was
Shit.
that 7 or 8?
Yeah. One, two, can't count.
Several.
Numbers are hard.
Actually.
Wow, shit.
10. Wow.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
If you're following us now, don't forget, like I said, turn on notifications because next coming week we're continuing with the awesomeness. We have our for BTV Presents coming up next week. We're continuing Mother 3, I believe it is.
Yeah, Mother 3. This is the one that was supposed to air last week. And we're starting Chapter 3. You start off playing as Salza the Monkey, and we get to meet the main bad guy in the game and see how much of a douche he really is.
So douchey.
So
So
douchey.
douche.
Hashtag Cactus Wolf.
That's all you need to know.
That's it.
Hashtag, wait, douchey cactus wolf.
Douchey.
Oh, okay. Well, Tuesday we have Arkham Asylum, which will be actually the end game.
Yep.
Of Arkham Asylum. So if you haven't seen the end of the game before, or if you're curious as to where all the stuff is after the fact, that completionist will actually be part of that thing. So check that out. Control Freaks, I'm guessing, is probably the continuation of Crash Bandicoot. We gotta be
Yep,
getting
episode 4.
episode 4.
Crash Bandicoot. I think the 5th one is the last one, so we're getting there.
Let's see. Lego Time.
We fight Tiny in this one.
Tiny.
I think he's a big lion or something. You gotta hop around on these platforms that are in a 3x3 grid, and they like fall out from underneath you.
I have to
It was
watch.
ridiculous. It's a ridiculous fight.
I'll have to watch it because I'll actually be able to watch it this week because I'm off this Wednesday. So I'll sit and watch that episode. It'll jog my memory.
Control Freaks, now buffer free.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Anyway, Thursday, well, we have Lego Time with Lego Marvel Superhero continued.
Yeah, that'll be 6 levels of your playthrough.
So then what? So it'll be what, 5 left after that?
Yep, one more week.
That's a good story. If you haven't seen that before, check that out. The Lego and then the
Yeah,
Lego.
Marvel Superheroes is a lot of fun.
Yeah, they did a good job on that game.
Especially the last level.
Yes. Nom nom. Delicious. And what do we have for Kingdom Hearts on Friday?
Kingdom Hearts, we're actually going to have 3 different episodes airing because, Craig screwed up episode 4 that was supposed to air this week, which is going to be Agrabah. So we're gonna get through 3 worlds this week. We're gonna get through Agrabah, and then Monstro, and then Halloween Town.
Nice.
Good shit. So hopefully that'll all pan out as planned. Like I said, it sounded like Twitch had a hard week. It happened.
Okay. We forgive you, Twitch. We understand.
It happens.
It happens.
Uh,
Don't beat yourself up over it.
and Felix, you said you're continuing Undertale this week for Yo It's Midnight.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm playing the game blind. I don't know what's going on, so we'll be continuing and finding out.
even better.
Even better.
I'll be finishing up God of War 3 this week. That should be a nice little chunk. So if you haven't seen the end of that game, check that out. It's got a pretty cool story along with it. And if you've seen the new game at all, this will actually explain a few things. Not a whole lot, but a few more things will make sense.
Cool.
And then multiplayer Friday this week. Like I said, as far as nothing unpredictable happens, we will be doing Unturned this week. Right? Or at least something. We will do something this week for the love of Zeus.
I'll tell you what. I can't guarantee this, but I did put it in Kensley B's head that, especially now with this Nintendo Live stuff up, I really want a Switch. So, if that pans out before the end of the season, then Felix, you and I should be able to go online and play some old school NES
Yeah,
multiplayer.
yeah. Super Mario Brothers 3, or they got River City Ransom on there. Yeah,
That would be loads of fun.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
We'll go in on the family plan together.
I seriously want to get one eventually myself. After playing it on yours, Felix, I was like, this is a really cool idea. Plus, if anything, just for the Zelda game, shit.
True. And now multiplayer gaming is like officially on the Switch. So I mean, I know they had games before, but I can only imagine there'll be more.
And what do we have for?
I'm all about going on there and playing Mario 3.
That would be awesome.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be so much fun.
Did you see the controllers?
Oh no, I haven't checked them out yet.
Oh wow! Don't. Just don't.
Are they bad or are they super good? I thought I heard something about they were like original NES controllers.
Yeah, they look like they're just NES controllers, and they have like lithium-ion batteries or whatever. They charge the same way the Joy-Con controllers charge, just by plugging them into the console. So it's like crazy.
That's beautiful.
Cray.
It is, and they're wireless. I mean, I think that goes without saying, but that's a huge perk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And what do we have on the TGW Turnbuckle Talk?
On Turnbuckle Talk, we have. Oh, this is a fun episode, ladies and gentlemen. Oddsmith and I reveal our personal Mount Rushmores of wrestling.
Oh yes.
Now, let me be clear. What I mean is not who we think had the biggest impact on the business overall. We went with who had the biggest impact on us.
And that was a really fun conversation. That was another really good one. I can't wait to.
Yes, it is.
If you're a wrestling fan out there, give that a listen. Tell us what you think. And what do we got going for?
I would love to know, if you're a wrestling fan, I would love to know your personal Mount Rushmore of wrestling, so we can debate. I would love to know your reasons.
Yeah, tell us, because I'm sure, like with ours, we overlapped in some places and other places we didn't. So
you had a big surprise for me on yours.
Yeah.
So.
It was a good time. So yeah, let us know let us know if you agree with us, if you think we're completely full of crap.
If you're watching this on YouTube, yeah, leave a comment.
Yes, definitely. And what do we got going for a retro first timer next week?
Oh, retro first timer this week is going to be The Legend of Zelda. Period. Just
nice.
The very first Zelda game.
Man, I think you're going to enjoy that one a lot. I don't think you're going to have the same level of frustration as you did with Mega Man. I know you won't.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Oh my god. The most iconic opening screen.
You never played that game before? That's going to be
no,
crazy.
I haven't.
I'll be home. I can watch that one this week too. Hello.
That's awesome. Man, I think it's going to be interesting.
And it's
yeah, I don't think I'll get super frustrated with it. It's just going to be like learning the maps.
Yeah.
That's
a huge
that's
part of that game.
I can't wait to
It's
see
almost
that.
like an open world game.
The Link to the Past map, I know like the back of my hand.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Legend of Zelda is as close to the thing they have to an open world game for the original Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But if you can memorize the Link to the Past map, then you'll be okay. I mean, it's just not.
I was okay with the Ocarina of Time map when I played it like 2 or 3 times straight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Link to the Past I played through so many times. Yeah, I know that map very well. Speaking of, are we gonna get another random live stream this week, Felix?
For Ancient Stone Tablets?
Ancient Stone Tablets, yeah.
I've actually been considering recording it. But
Gotcha.
I don't know. Should I live stream it?
I think so.
Okay.
You could have your live reactions, and that way, if you don't finish it in the hour, we can see the range.
True.
It's
If
a
you
win-win
saw
for
my
us.
rage with the first Mega Man and Pitfall, I want to see someone else's.
I want to feed off your misery.
All right. It's been on my list. I don't know why. Maybe I've just been busy the last few weeks. I mean, honestly, I don't have any excuses. I'm gonna try to do it this week. I would love to. I've been thinking about that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the first hour done this week. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll stream it to my channel and then I'll upload it
Okay.
to
Well,
the
that will
BTP
certainly
channel.
that'll inspire me. I'll be like, oh shit, now I have to do it. Like started.
That's something definitely fun to keep an eye out for. I want to see that game myself. I've just
It's
been
fun.
hearing about it.
It's cool.
For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, The Legend of Zelda: Ancient Stone Tablets is one of the lost Zelda games that was only released for 8 weeks
Yes.
over some kind of weird streaming service in Japan, years and years ago.
Yep.
The internet.
And someone had it, and the hackers got a hold of it, and they made it playable in a ROM format.
So
It's
keep,
interesting. It's the same map generally. I mean, there's little differences as the Link to the Past map.
so keep an eye out for that. Once again, throw on the notifications. See if Felix decides to go live with that.
True.
What is Keezy going to keep going? You said with Octopath Traveler.
She is. Yep. She'll be continuing Octopath Traveler Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
So catch it while you can.
Catch it while you can, because who knows? Twitch is obviously racist against Octopath Traveler.
Racist.
Or whatever you call it. Gamesist.
Games.
Game system.
And don't forget, we'll be
pixelist bastards.
Pixelist. And don't forget to keep the notifications on. We're going to be going live at random times throughout the week with a variety of stuff. So tomorrow night I'll be doing something. I don't know. I really don't know yet. I've been thinking about just doing something random on one of the emulators. I might start a new game at God of War 4. I might keep playing Arkham City. I don't know. Whatever tickles my fancy. Maybe some Plants vs. Zombies. I don't know. Maybe another watering party.
Are you going to stream tonight?
Yes, actually tonight, coming up after this, immediately after this, as long as it takes me to set
I'm
up.
so excited for this.
I'm doing the first edition of Obscure Gaming for this season
Ooh.
with Oregon Trail.
Oh, wow.
I'm so stoked for
We've been
this.
talking about it. We've been threatening it for so long now. So that's coming up right after this. And if you're hearing this later, you can check it out in the archives under Obscure Gaming. We'll have different episodes coming up. This will technically, I think, be the second designated actual episode. The inaugural episode of Obscure Gaming was that I can't ever say it.
I'm the chef.
I'm the chef.
We're just going to call it I'm the chef.
Or Noyuki. I don't know.
Ore nuna yuki. We don't know how to speak Japanese.
Not at all. But, so yeah,
That's good.
I was going to say that.
You know what? Speaking of obscure gaming, Felix and I have been discussing, because I own a game that was actually recalled due to them using the Unreal Engine, apparently illegally. I'm not really sure about that.
Probably licensing issues, I think. So
Yeah,
it's like they
something like
released
that.
the game, and 3 years later they recalled it, and they took it off the online shops, and then they destroyed every copy that they had, like all the discs. So, the game didn't get very good reviews. So I don't know. To me, that seems like the perfect kind of game for obscure gaming.
Yeah, you should definitely do
Absolutely.
that, man. Or I guess one of them, I could do it. Somebody could do it. I don't know. That's a perfect
Well,
idea, though.
you can't do it. It's not in digital shops.
Oh,
It's
well
like
then.
on the PlayStation 3. It's on the Nintendo DS or something.
You should definitely do that.
I just happen to have a hard copy of it for PS3.
That's great.
Yeah, keep your ear to the ground
So-
for that one. That's definitely got to be on the.
I'll be able to record it and upload it for obscure gaming.
Excellent. I love that the concept of obscure gaming. We're gonna start getting really weird with it. down the road. Right now, we're just getting the ball rolling. So,
Tune in. Stream some crazy, like Atari games for obscure gaming.
E.T.
Oh, E.T.
If you can find a copy that isn't buried out in the desert. But a lot of good stuff coming up next week. It's going to be a good time for everybody. And tonight, don't forget to check that out immediately after the Romcast. But I think, gentlemen, it's about that time.
It is indeed.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Don't forget to check us out on the interwebs. Facebook.com/BananaROMA Television. Twitter.com/BananaROMA_TV. At Patreon.com /BananaROMA TV. Is that right? I always get that and Twitter mixed around sometimes.
Yep, BananaROMA TV on Patreon.
Okay, cool. For the mothership, so to speak, go to BananaROMATV.com. You can find links to all this stuff, as well as videos, projects, both personal and crew-related, merchandise.
You can join our Discord
Yes.
on there, both the BananaROMA Gold members Discord and the TGW Discord.
Oh yeah, yes. There's links to that stuff on there too.
So join us and come hang out with the crew.
And once again, you can find us on YouTube. Look for Control Freaks. #Control Freaks. We're usually going to be one of the first options up at the top. We're getting so close to getting our own URL. We got to push that, man. If we get to
100, we need 30 more.
But that's it for tonight's weekly Romcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Once again, I have been Osmith311, here with Felix and Loom.
Good night.
And Evil Penguin.
Later.
Yes. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.